They're entirely invented characters, and they're all me. That's all you can do is write yourself. The trick is to get to know the self.
Egg.
If you look at the playwrights who are writing today, I can tell you one that will be being produced 100 years from now, and that's August Wilson. The thing that makes him a great playwright is that he connects directly to the heart of the audience. He's a poet of the human heart.
It was all right when they ain't had to pay you. They had plenty of work for you back then. Now they got to pay you. They ain't no work for you. I used to be worth $1,200 during slavery. Now I'm worth $3.35 an hour.
August writes from his heart. His work is rife with this wonderful poetic language.
You see a halo around my head.
A what?
A halo. You see a halo around my head.
You ain't got no halo. The devil looking for you and you talking about a halo?
Even though he writes very specifically about African Americans and the experiences that African Americans go through, man, they're themes that everybody can relate to.
I'm writing a series of plays of Black American life in the 20th century. Each one set in a different decade, a series of 10 plays. I'm going to present Black life on its own terms.
Set in the 80s, King Henry II is about redemption, reclamation, and survival of the human. And it's a story of one man, King Henry II, a man who is in the battle of his life for his own humanity.
Tanya said you was selling refrigerators. You all out there stealing refrigerators. You going back to jail.
See, there you go. You don't know where we're getting them from. We're selling them. We ain't stolen.
Somebody stole them.
I ain't asked the man where he got them from. He asked me, do I want to sell some refrigerators? I ain't asked him where he got them from. I asked him, how much you gonna pay me?
What kind is that?
The GE refrigerators, that's the best refrigerator on the market. Mellon got a GE refrigerator.
You going back to jail.
August was in the process of developing as a playwright. He had been a poet.
Hey, Miss Ruby, you see a halo around King's head?
He had a problem with dialogue. And someone told him, he said, you don't write dialogue, you listen.
How you think Miller got that auto parts store? Because he didn't dip in the pot.
I need to give me some money. We can get the video store later. I just want my money.
I said, okay, I'm just going to turn the characters loose and let them talk like the people on Center Avenue, like when we do when we're standing on a corner.
Now you talking about splitting the pot. You want your money. That's why niggas ain't got nothing now. They don't believe.
I just want my money. I need it.
And so I began to write it in the language of Black America.
It's nice when the writer's there in the room and they're riffing off what you're doing.
I need the money from the refrigerator to get my phone back on.
You might even say a line incorrectly that gives the writer an idea, and it's great. You're watching a world being born.
It's a process of discovery and, finding the things that work. The idea of writing in the heat of the moment in the rehearsal process, I think that's the secret, if you will. The key to rewriting is understanding that writing is rewriting.
I just want my money. I need it. I got to get me some furniture.
I need the money from the refrigerators to get my phone back on. Tanya pregnant. She want a car. I got to buy a crib, a stroller. I got to figure out a way to get Ruby one of these refrigerators. I got the light bill, the gas bill. I got to get some food. But you don't hear me talking about splitting the pot. You're supposed to pretend like it ain't there.
Well, I didn't know Tanya was pregnant.
I just found out myself.
August is like an archaeologist. The thing he's searching for is what's the truth of this character's feelings.
You ain't got nothing to do with this. You don't even know nothing about it. What you know about having a baby?
I know all I need to know. What else am I supposed to know?
I ain't having this baby. That's all there is to it.
And so he will excavate like an archaeologist for that.
I'm through with babies. I ain't raising no more. Ain't raising no grandkids. I'm looking out for Tanya. Ain't raising no kid to have somebody shoot him, to have his friends shoot him, to have the police shoot him. Why you want to bring another life into this world that don't respect life? I don't want to raise no more babies when you got to fight to keep them alive.
They're entirely invented characters, and they're all me, As every other writer, I think that's all you can do is write yourself. You know, the trick is to get to know the self.
You want to know about this country in the 20th century? Read those plays. Through the prism view of the African American, you see America. The nightmare of American life, the reality of American life, and the unbelievable ability to hold on to the dream of what American life can be.
Major funding for EGG has been provided by the Pew Charitable Trusts, investing in ideas, returning results. EGG is also made possible by Dorothy and Louis Cullman, the Lester T. Mertz Charitable Trust, Marilyn M. Simpson Charitable Trust, the Geraldine R. Dodge Foundation, and Sylvia and Ralph Ablon, and by contributions to your PBS stations from viewers like you. Thank you.